I feel like this year just reminds me the importance of change, growth, and what happens when you stay consistent. And I feel like if there's any other thing this year has taught me, I feel humbled to, like, the whole of the journey, the whole of the experience, the opportunities, the challenges, the growths that have shaped me to who I am today, and the community of people that I have around me, like my students who has given me the privilege to guide them, teach them on their learning journey, and for all the the grace, the strength that I get to pull through every single day. I feel privileged about that. It's I'm not coming here to feel like, oh, it's my right. It's not my right. Right? It's not my right. There is nothing that God gives to us that one should feel like, oh, Nami do pass. There are people who do better than me. There are people who do way, way better than me. So I approach it from a place of gratitude. So in this new year, I feel like I'm praying for more humility, like to see that, like to be much more down to earth, and I'll be just sharing that with you and kind of like just talking you through the things I've learned in the last 31 years of my life. And I hope that you feel inspired. I hope that you feel like this is what you wanted to hear today. I just hope that this all makes sense to you. Because last night when I took a moment to actually like ponder on many of the things, I feel like I've learned a lot in the last 31 years. I've actually learned a lot. And I might not be able to like put all of them in the right words, but I will just try to like sum it up in my possible way. And I kind of named it. I think I added number 32 because I told you guys that I'm going to write it down so that I'm not all over the places. And the number 32 things that I've learned, and I think this morning is God comes when it is right? So I'm just going to start from the beginning to share with you. They may not necessarily be in the order of priority or in the order in which I've learned them, but I'm just going to share. So the first thing is live within your means. If there's anything that I've learned that have helped me, is contentment is very important. Many of us are not content. And I feel like that is what drives so many persons into unhealthy lifestyle, into unhealthy habits, into unhealthy. I would use lifestyle. When I say lifestyle, not necessarily what you eat in your mouth, into unnecessary unhealthy habits. And I'm going to share a personal experience to like build this up. While I was in school, and I would have said this a couple of times so that you also know where I'm coming from. What I think the biggest money that I ever received while I was in school throughout my university days from home was 5,000 naira. And for every single time this money comes, you will see me so excited, and I will still call my parents and say, Daddy, God bless you. Thank you so much for sending this to me. And inside that 5,000 naira, you have to give the mama that will go and withdraw for you, because I went to Madonna University. You have to give them money to withdraw for you. So literally at the end of the day, now that 5,000 naira might be the money for 2 months, it might be the money for 3 months. And when many of you see me, you'll be like, she has it figured out. It's been tough. But I feel like contentment has been what's learning, being able to be content with what I have and what I have is also like, I know they put eye for another person, papa property, another person business. I remember those days when I was the president of my society, and one of my students came to me, one of my members came to me, and she was like, Coach, I got 30,000 naira my parents sent me 30,000 naira and it's not enough. I have never knew what it felt to receive 30,000 naira from home. And I was like, wow, in my mind. And this buttress the necessity of being content. Like, be content with what you have. Be content with what you have. This is very important if you want to thrive, if you want to go very far. Be content. Contentment is a virtue like this, because 1 in million billion people do not have it. We are never content with what we have. Like, be content with what you have. Number 2 that I have on my list is, just like a child, you know, when you throw a child up, do you know how much they trust you that you will catch them? Like, they trust you so much that you would catch them, that you will not allow them fall. If little children can trust you that much, if children can trust you that much, that I trust this person, they will not let me fall. Like, they will catch me. That is how you should trust God. Guys, give me a moment. I think I want my students to listen to what I'm saying, so I'm just going to post it on my group. Join my Instagram live to just give me a moment to listen to 31 things I have learned in 31 years. I'm on now. All right, I want my students to like be part of this. So the second thing I'm talking about is trust God with the heart of a child. It might not make sense to anybody. Like, it might not make sense to anybody. There are sometimes you might even be questioning and you're asking yourself, does this even make sense? It does not have to make sense to any other person. If it makes sense to you, then it is totally fine. If it makes sense to you, I'm just trying to post this ritual. Assist with you. All right. So trust God, just like when you throw an infant up, right? They trust you that you would catch them. Learn to trust God that way. Just learn to trust God that way. Like, sometimes you might be questioning yourself. People might call you names because you do that. But just learn to trust God that way. Third thing that I have is surround yourself with people that care as much as you do. I learned this last year, funny enough. Initially, I used to be that person that I give too much in friendship. Throughout my university days, throughout my secondary school days, I'm a person that I can't turn back on if I'm in with you, I'm in. Even there was a time my mom was like, if that place no be where go kill me, I'm there. Like, I'm literally there. But I learned as I traveled, I learned to surround myself with people that care as much as I do. There is no need being the one who cares the most. I've realized that it does not pay. So right now, what I've learned is to give as much as I'm giving. If you give me 50%, I give you 50%. If you give me 30, I give you 30. If you give me 100, I give you 100. Many of us burn our energy in places where we are drained. So begin to look at the kind of friendships you're keeping. Are they giving as much as you're giving? Are they? If they are not giving as much as you're giving, time to move. Like, time to move. And it took me over 30 years to stop burning energy where I'm not as valued as I wanted to be valued. But I stayed. So if you're listening to me, You know where the kind of circle and friendships you're keeping. Are they valuing you as much as you should be valued? If they are not valuing you that much, move. You're better off with one person that value you than 20 persons that do not give you the same energy. And it took me 30 years of my life. It took me as a last year to learn this thing. And after I learned it, I was like, wow, beautiful. I'm not going to places where I'm the one giving 100% and they're giving me 50%. I give you 50%, the same 50% you've given to me. Now, another thing I've learned is, which is the number 4th one, you would never be ready for anything. You see, there is nothing that is called perfect time. You would never be ready for anything. So the earlier you realize that there is no magic time, there is no magic moment, this thing, I will do it at the perfect time. Perfect does not exist. You begin to chase what you really want to do. You begin to push yourself to do what you want to do. Because there is no perfect anywhere. There is no magic moment. That step that you're waiting to take next year, what stops you from taking it this year? You think next year is the perfect time. You will still get to next year and you realize that it was not the perfect time. You will still shift it again. That's because there is no perfect time anywhere. Whatever you're dreaming, whatever you're anticipating that you want to do, start now. Perfection, perfect time is just an illusion. It does not exist. It does not exist. So if you have a dream, if you have an idea, if you have anything you want to launch, go for it. Go for it. I also feel like over-planning complicates things. Over-planning, over wanting it to be extremely too good, it complicates things. Another thing that I've learned in this 31 years of my life is dreaming is free. Like, feel free to dream, because that is what will create the vision of the story you want. What do you dream about? Who do you want to become like? What do you cherish to do? It is free to dream. So dream as much as you want. Like, in your head, picture what you want, because that is the reality. If you picture it and you walk towards it, it will build up the story that you want. Now, recently, start now because tomorrow may be late, yes. Now, another thing that I feel like I've learned this day is everything God puts you through. I think I learned this early on, that every challenge, every experience, every struggle that God allows me to go through, He knows that I can handle it. Like, He knows that you can handle it. If He gives it to somebody else, it might break them. So for every challenge you're going through, for everything that you feel like it's a struggle, God knows that you can handle it. He's not an author of confusion. He can't give you what you cannot handle. So that thing that you're going through and you'll be like, God, this is too much. God knows that you can handle it. He knows that it will not break you, that it will not see your end. If it's going to see your end, God will not give it to you. God knows that you can handle it. So brace up whatever challenge, whatever struggle. Brace it up and see it from a place of that God is teaching me, instead of from a place of bitterness, because He knows that you can handle it. For every single challenge that I've gone through, even as a child, as a growing adult, none of them have seen my end. I have triumphed over each of them. And if I start sharing it right now, we might stay here to the end of tomorrow, just you listening to my own personal story. But I'm sharing snippets of just each and every one of these things. Another thing is that I've also learned is learn to forgive. Forgiveness is easy. I would not say forget. Sometimes it's okay that you remember because if somebody injures you and you have the mark on your body, that mark might not necessarily go off, but learn to forgive them. Unforgiveness is a burden. Unforgiveness is a burden. And I feel like I have felt like hurt. I have held on to it. And I've realized that sometimes these people that you're holding grudge over, they are busy living their life. They don't even know that you're holding a grudge against them. So what point is holding the grudge? They are busy living their life, gallivanting that like nothing ever happened. So if you like right now, somebody has hurted you and you're holding on to it, let it go. It's not worth your peace of mind. It's not worth being in that place. Just let it out. Me, I rather would just go to a place of prayer and even pray for them. So, do not hold grudges. The number 9 thing is, marry a man that loves you. For the sisters among us who are not married, marry a man that loves you. I did not say a man that you love. Obviously, you will love the man, but marry a man that loves you. I've seen this argument many times on the internet. Even the Bible said that men should love their wife. Men should love. Women should respect. A man you respect, you would love. Your goal is to respect. A man's goal is to love you. See all this rubbish talk of women being the one to love. Don't find yourself in that web. Don't find yourself in that web. It is the duty of a man to love you. It is your duty to respect that man. Respect would make you love them. If you go to a place where you're the one doing loving, now so you go to wash clothes even before they marry you. You go to wash plates before they marry you. I'm not saying if you're doing those things, I'm not coming here. I'm just making a point. And those that understand what I'm saying, it will make sense to them. Marry a man that loves you. If you make mistake, they will forgive you. But you see those ones that you're the one loving, they know they too send you. They know they too send you. So if you're listening to me and what I'm saying makes sense to you, ensure that whoever you want to do forever with is the person that the love is bigger. You will love them all. Your major goal is to respect. As you respect them, you will love them. But don't do it the other way around. Don't go and be the one doing the loving. Let them do the loving. You submissively respect. Say, turn yourself, turn to slave self, because a man that does not love you will not value you. God bless you for saying this. A man that does not love you, he no go value you. Oh. He no go value you. For the Bible to have stated it, for the Bible to have said a man should love, you should respect. Your respect will come with submission, and you would automatically love them. But if you go and be doing the loving, see breakfast, see beating, see punch, see wings that have been caught. Because a man that loves you will value you. They will allow you be the better version of yourself. Not these men that are very competitive with their woman's success. So, Go and wash your eyes with water. How do you know that a man loves you in this today's world where there's fake all around? How do you know a man that genuinely loves you for who you are not, for what you can do for him? I think, babe, I think it comes from a place of also asking God about also praying about it.
You continue your life later. Tell them you will come back later.
Are you dressed?
I'm okay being alive, but just tell them that you will come back later.
My friend is bringing me gifts. Can you see her?
And she needs to guess. And
she said she needs to guess.
So she will continue her life.
Please, let me just finish.
How many minutes?
Just give me 20 minutes. Please. Because I already told them yesterday, like I planned this yesterday.
I tell them that you will continue.
I can't cut. Please.
What
okay.
It's them about?
I'm just sharing like 31 things that I've learned.
Number what are you?
Number 10.
Number 10. Oh yeah, said you remember. I went to say you remember.
So guys, you see the type of energy that I'm telling you about.
Number 11 or no?
You need to. You see the way she's coming with gifts. That is the energy that I'm telling you with. That you need to surround yourself with people that genuinely cares for you the way you want to be cared for. Right? We talked about that. So.
Should I put this in the fridge?
Yes.
Are you in the video?
I'm not, but I will bring it later. Wow. The gift is plenty. I'm just so emotional today, but it's all good. So like you were asking, how do you know a man that loves you in this? I just feel like if there's something I've learned from my friend, the one that just came in, is how intentional she is with the people in her life, right? Now, she will tell you that you even have to start from a place of friendship. Are you friend with that particular person? How do they treat you being their friend? Yesterday, my husband was reminding me where we started from. How he was always chasing me, and I know to send. Like he knew from seeing me that this is the person he wanted. Right? And even when I was not giving him that attention, he was reminding me yesterday, babe, I remember how we started. Like he was just on his toe. So there are men that they are not on their toe to get you. Like you're the prize. My friend Funke will say that you're the prize. So if I'm not the prize, then it's obvious that that is not where I want to be. I didn't see it as the prize. My husband showed me that I was the prize. I didn't understand it that I was the prize until when I got into the circle of friends that I am in right now, and I understood what that word prize means. So you're the prize, you're the goal. So if they are not treating you like the prize that you are, then that means you need to go and checkmate. And I also feel like it is very important that when you're thinking of probably settling down, go like lock yourself in the place of prayer. Like lock yourself in the place of prayer. So lock yourself in the place of prayer. All right. Another thing I want to share is stay consistent to your course. Have the no giving up mindset. Like just stay consistent towards, stay consistent. And I think I've talked about okay, so David said, if I can contribute to that, he'll be after what God wants you to be. He'll be interested in who you are becoming than who you are. He'll be there when others left. He gives to improve, not impress. Thank you so much, David, for sharing this. Like, thank you so much for sharing this. So, and I feel like this kind of captures it all. Like, they are interested in who you are becoming than who you are. Right? Some men are just interested with who you are right now, not where you're going to or who you're interested to be. Right? Another thing I want to say is stay consistent to a cause, even if it is tough. try to stay consistent to it. Save 20% of your earning. Rainy day, sure, there is always rainy day. Rainy day will come. Try to save as much as you're spending, as much as try to always choose your need over your wants. We have a lot of wants. Like, we have a lot of wants. If you don't know how to choose your need over your wants, get accountability friends that maybe before you buy things, you tell them, you ask them. If they say, no, don't buy it, then you don't buy it because you don't need it. So, learn to say no. I feel like that is the biggest lesson I've learned this year. Learn to say no. You don't owe anybody anything. Sometimes we bear that burden that we must say yes to every freaking thing. You don't owe anything you choose to do for anybody. Is from a place of love, from a place of care, not that you owe them. Like, learn to say no. You mustn't say yes to everything. Even if it is tough to say yes. Even if it is easy to say yes. But challenge yourself to say no. Don't feel entitled. I learned this when I put to bed. There were times that my friends would tell me that they are busy. I'll be very angry. But the truth is, I'm not supposed to feel entitled for what they are doing to me or what they are supporting me with. So learn not to be entitled to anything. When people help you, it's from a genuine place of loving you, not because you're entitled to that help they are giving to you. I learned this last year. So whatso anybody does for you is from a place of love, a place of care. It's not, I am entitled to this. You're not entitled to anything. So do not feel entitled. Another thing I have learned is normalize letting unproductive friendship and relationship go. There are friendships that are not productive. They are not productive. Normalize letting them go. It's not all the friendships that you need. So those ones that are unproductive for you, you know them. You know friendships that are unproductive. Normalize letting them go. It's not a must that you must be that friend that has 1 million friends. Now, another thing I feel like I started doing is read. Like, we find ourselves so much in our phones. Like, read. Like, read. It helps you have something to contribute when you meet yourself in conversations. There are some people that they cannot strike good conversation. You don't want to be that person that you're in a gathering and people are contributing. You can't even say something that makes a complete sense. So normalize reading, even if it's once a week. Normalize reading. Normalize consuming good articles. Like, even if you're not buying books to read, read articles. Like, normalize reading. Put it in your to-do. Even if it's once a month, normalize reading. Another thing is financial dependence is an important thing that can help you. Like, being financially independent is very important. Like, you can't equate it for anything. Like, it is one thing that can help you. Like, it can literally help you. David said, please, is this possible to be recorded? This is a powerful dose. So, is it okay to be it is okay. Another thing that I've also realized is many of us feel like being afraid is bad. It is okay to be afraid. It is okay to be clueless about life. It doesn't come with a manual. It doesn't come with a manual. So it is okay if you're clueless. It is okay if you don't know where to start. What is not okay is not asking questions. What is not okay is staying in that cluelessness. But it is okay even if you're 20, if you're 25, and you've not figured it out. Life does not come with a manual. And I think the last time I talked about 3 types of family we can find ourselves in. You can find yourself in family where you stumbled upon wealth. Your parents had it all together before they gave birth to you. You can also come from a family where your parents are okay. They are trying to pull, they supported you, they are okay, they are average. And you can come from that set of family where nothing, now you go figure them out. My dear, most of us, now that's family we belong to. You might be clueless for a very long time. That's just the truth. You might be clueless for a very long time. But associate yourself with good people. Look for people that can mentor you. Don't be clueless forever. Another thing that I said, accepting a partner's flaw does not mean that you accept disrespect. Right? So walk away if they disrespect you. As this is also inclusive in friendship. Accepting a partner's flaw does not mean you accept being disrespected. There's a difference between, like, oh, you know this person is trying to work on this thing. And my friend is here, so I'm going to say this. There was a conversation we were having the other time, and she's like, I need my friend to act in this certain way. It could be a flaw, yes, but work on it. If you can't work on it, leave me alone with my bukata. Just don't be in my circle. So know what you want. Know when you're being disrespected. Know when you're not getting that energy that you want, and walk away. They no put you and put super glue for there. Like, they no put you, put super glue for there. So know when to walk away. Especially if those people are not willing to change. Walk away. Go. If they really need you to be in their life, they will up their game. That's in Funke's voice. You need to up your game. You need to up your game. Right? You need to up your game. And this is inclusive for both guys and girls. What I'm sharing is not just a lady thing. If you have friends, your guys, and they're not treating you the same way you want to be treated, leave them. If you're a lady and you have friends, they are not treating you the same way you want to be treated, leave them. Walk away. If they need you in their life, if they genuinely need you in their life, they will work on themselves. I didn't know how truth this is until I saw it work. When Funke was saying it, you need to work on yourself, I didn't understand it. I was just like, I was feeling like, be like, say this babe, they overdo. But it works. Like, it works. And it also helps you match the energy with people you need in your life. Right? So stand up for yourself and be unapologetic about it. Nobody will stand up for you. Like, nobody will stand up for you. Speak up for yourself and be unapologetic about it. Speak up for yourself. Be unapologetic about it. Another thing I learned is demand what you deserve as a compensation. If you're working and you know they are underpaying you. Recently, one of my students reached out to me that somebody says she should manage social media for 30,000. I said, rebook it in your head. Reject it. Tell them that it's not enough. She was like, coach, what about if I lose them? Lose that kind of job. I told her to go and tell this person that this is how much you can start with a room for increment in 3 months. So many of you are doing job of 20,000, job of 15,000, that cannot even pay subscription of data for you. I know Nigeria is tough. I know African country is tough. But sometimes it's also okay to ask for increments. It's also okay to ask for increments. So don't, a closed mouth, they say is a closed destiny. Like a closed mouth, they say is a closed destiny. So speak up. Another thing is, don't be caught in the web that you must have made it before you turn 30. This is the web that so many of us are into. I must make it before I turn 30. You see depression. So many people start figuring it out when they are 35. That is not the prayer of anybody. But don't feel like you're too late against life. As at 30 last year, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure when I was walking into October of last year, October of 2023. I didn't know that everything I would do in 2024, I didn't know I would do it. So don't find yourself in that web that you must have made it before 30. It's also okay if you're just realizing it at 30. It's also okay if you're just realizing it at 40. So that you don't move yourself into depression and die before it's time. Another thing is, never neglect mentorship. You need that person to point the torch in the right direction for you. The place of mentorship can never be over-exaggerated. It can never be overstated. The reason why you call those people mentor is just that they see ahead of you. They see things you cannot see. Like, they see things you cannot see. It might just be 1 minute of talking with them. Now, mentors are people who are very busy. That's just the truth. Mentors are people that are very busy. So they might not have your time 24 hours because they have things they are working on. But it might just be talking to them for 30 seconds, 1 minute. It might just be talking to them for 20 minutes, and you have clarity and direction. Because so many of you might be thinking that mentorship is that the person must be there 24 hours. No. It might just be that you go to them for clarity when you need it. First time I ever look up someone, now I know what it means to have a mentor. So timing is different, but don't stop working on yourself. Also, it's important to set standard. This live section is a masterclass for people out there to benefit from. This is you giving back impact. Thank you, Sheung. So, the number 23 things is, do not worry about what people will say, because either ways they will talk. And I learned that. For every single time you're worried about what will people say, whether you're rich, they will talk. You're average, they will talk. You're poor, they will talk. I rather be rich and let them talk. I rather keep doing what I'm doing because they will talk. Some people, their mission in life is to do the talking. So worry less about what people will say. Don't put yourself in that web of people will say, people will say. People will say. It cannot change in this our generation. They've been saying since. So it can't change now. Another thing I would say is, build relationship that matters the most to you. Choose friendship. Choose relationship that matters to you. And stick to them. You don't have to drag everybody along. You don't have to drag everybody along. Be humble and never pass an opportunity to make somebody happy. If you have an opportunity to make somebody happy, make people around you happy. Like, even when you have money, be as humble. I've seen people who are very humble, who are wealthy, and they go to church, they are stewards. They clean chairs. And here we have people who are who are rich, and they are bragging. Do you know who I am? Who we are? 6'5". Last, when all of this end, nobody's going with who are you? Nobody's going with it. So even when you feel like you have arrived, be humble in that your arrival. Treat people like they are human. Do not pass on a chance to make another person happy. Treat people right. Treat people right. Another thing is, do things you genuinely care about for yourself. And again, I've always been at the giving end for a very long time. That I've never for one day thought about. For every single time I do things for myself, I feel like it is too much. But I would do that same thing for other persons, and I would never feel it's too much. And many of us are in this circle. And I feel like sometimes this comes with the responsibility of being a first child. You're placed that responsibility that you should care a lot for other people. And you don't know how of weakness. It is okay, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, normalize asking for help when you need it. I'm not saying go and become a burden onto other people, but normalize opening your mouth. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the comment section. Can you hear me? Somebody is saying no volume. Can you hear me? Okay, yes. Winnie, if you cannot hear me, just try to go out or tap on your phone volume. It might be just your phone thing. Yes, okay. So, like I was saying, normalize asking for help. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It shows how strong you are. So normalize asking for help. Life changes. The number 28 thing I want to share is life is in stages and it changes. As you grow, a lot of things will change for you. A lot of things will change for you as you grow. So, a lot of things will change for you as you grow. So see it as a learning. Like a lot of things would change for you as you grow. So don't put yourself, I would say again, under pressure. As you mature, mentally, you might need space. And also, as you keep growing, many persons will feel like you're detaching from them. You're not detaching. It's just that stage that you're in. And I feel like many of my friends probably when we were in university will feel that way right now. That, oh, she's detached. Yesterday, I don't know when I was having this conversation with my friend. And I'm like, some persons might not genuinely know what you're going through. It is those that are within that can know. So maybe you might not call. You might not check up as much as you do check up. And other persons will be like, oh, this is pride. And I just feel like for people who genuinely understand you, they will not see it as pride. But for people who do not genuinely understand you, they might see it as pride. And it's okay if you want to think it that way. I think not making yourself, I don't want to be in that where I am unnecessarily explaining myself. If I'm unnecessarily explaining myself, it's already becoming uncomfortable. Like it's already becoming uncomfortable. So as life is happening to you, you'll be changing. It will come in stages. So learn to grow into that. 29, preparation meets opportunity. Preparation meets opportunity. I asked us this same thing yesterday in my life. If you've been praying, God favor me, God bless me, God bless me. If God comes to bless you now, do you have something in your hand? Please, ma, can you recap all the points at the end because my network was having issue and I missed out. I will just try to recap everything. 29, preparation meets opportunity. If you've been praying, God, please help me. God, please help me. Help me, help me, help me. God, favor me. God, bless me. God, bless me. And when God comes to bless you, what do you have in your hand that God can bless? When Elijah visited the widow, she had what? She had oil that could be multiplied. When Jesus fed the 5,000 people, he had bread and fish that he could multiply. So what do you have right now that if God comes to bless you, you've been praying for blessing, what do you have in your hand that God can bless? 30, everything is learned. Just be determined to do it till you get it. Whatever you have seen, whoever is doing, they learnt it. You can be born with a talent, right? But if you do not nurture that talent, that means that stage of nurturing it means that you're improving it, you're learning. Many of the people that we look up to today, many of the big celebrities that you look up to, you love their talent and everything. They worked on themselves to get there. Even if it was an innate ability, they worked on it. So it could be learned. You can learn it. Like you can learn. Just ensure that as you're learning, you stay there till you get it. So many of us will start a project today. Tomorrow we don't jump, go another project. You keep jumping from one place to another without one thing that you can do. So even in the place of being able to do a lot of things, have a specialty in one thing. Number 31, speak favor. If I dey sleep inside my head, God, I wear your favor like a garment. If I dey pray, I dey speak favor over my life. When I know they pray, I dey speak favor. So I'm just telling you what I've learned. So every day of your life, open your mouth and prophesy favor over your life. Nobody will do it for you. Nobody will do it for you. So every single day, I dey pray, I dey waka. Every single time I remember it, I'm speaking favor over my life. So whether you're praying, whether you're not praying, speak positive things over your life. Speak positive things over your life. And finally, God comes at the right time. God is never late. If there's something you're asking God right now and he has not answered, it does not mean that he will not answer. Remember that there are 3 answers to prayers. No, it is not time. No, my child, this thing is not for you. Yes, it is time. Yes, I'm going to do it. And wait. These three answers to prayer, you need to understand it. If you understand it, you will give yourself more peace. It's either God is telling you no, that this thing you're praying for, I'm not doing it because I don't want to. It's not, this particular thing you're asking for is not for you. Or he's not doing it because it's not, like, if he does it for you, maybe it might not be the best for you. So God will say no to it. Or he's saying yes, it is time, he's doing it. Or he's telling you to wait. He's telling you to wait. So just as a recap, live within your means. Number 1, just like a child trust God with an infant heart. Number 3, surround yourself with people who cares as much as you do. Number 4, you would never be ready for anything. There is no perfect time. Number 5, dreaming is free. Feel free to dream. They create the vision of the story you want for your life. Number 6, everything God puts you through, he knows you can handle it. He knows you can handle it. Number 7, fear comes from the place of not knowing the one who knows the unknown. Number 8, learn to forgive. Pray for those who hurt you. Unforgiveness hurts you the more. Number 9, marry a man that loves you. Don't be deceived. Even the Bible says that a man should love, a woman should respect. So your goal is to respect. And as you respect, you love the person in return. Number 10, stay consistent to your course. Have a no give up mindset. Number 11, save 20% of your earning for raining day. Number 12, learn to say no. You don't owe anybody anything. Number 13, don't feel entitled. Whatsoever anybody does for you is from a place of help and a place of love. Number 14, normalize letting unproductive friendships and relationships go. Number 15, read even if it's just once a week. You'll be able to make meaningful contribution when opportunity comes. Number 16, financial independency is one of the most important things that can help you. Number 17, it's okay to be afraid or clueless. Life doesn't come with a manual. Number 18, accepting a partner's flaw does not mean you accept disrespect. So walk away from disrespect. Number 19, stand up for yourself and be unapologetic about it. Number 20, demand what you deserve as a compensation. Number 21, don't be caught in the web that you must have made it before you turn 30. Number 22, never neglect mentorship. You need that person that can point the light for you in the right direction. Number 23, don't worry about what people will say because they would talk either ways. Number 24, build relationship and people that want what also matters to you the most. Number 25, be humble and never pass an opportunity to make somebody smile. Number 26, do things you genuinely care about for yourself. Number 27, ask for help. Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It is totally fine. Number 28, life is in stages and it changes you. So accept that. Number 29, preparation always meets opportunity. So always prepare yourself. Number 30, everything is learned. Just be determined to do it till you get it. Number 31, speak favor always over your life. Whether you're praying, whether you're working, whether you're not doing anything, speak favor over your life. And number 32, I added this today as I walked into my new year. God comes when it is the right time. So at the right time, God will come. If you're praying, you're trusting God for anything, if it's the right time, God will break protocols to come. God will break protocols to do that thing for you. God will break protocols to see you bring that thing to realization. Even if it means happening at 11:59 p.m. before 12 o'clock, God will do it. Because he sees all, he knows all. And he goes above and beyond for his children. So I have learned more things, right? But this is a cumulative of 31 things that I've learned in 31 years of my life. And I feel like as I continue to move, as I continue to forge ahead with life, and I keep taking my baby steps. And lastly, it is okay to take baby steps. Take your baby steps. Take your baby steps. Don't wait to land that big opportunity to celebrate. Take your baby steps. Take your baby steps. Baby steps lead to the bigger picture. If you want to travel abroad, maybe you want to start with, what exams can I write to travel abroad? When you write those exams, celebrate it. Listen, number 33, implement 1 to 32. Let's be doers, not hearers alone. I love that number 33. Thank you so much, Lee Signature. I appreciate that. And thank you guys so much for coming to listen to me. It's my birthday today, and all I'm doing today is I'm going to spend some time praying, accepting gifts in money, in kind, in love, and in everything. And I just want to appreciate this moment, because it's going to take another 365 days to come again, right? So, and I'm going to maximize everything that comes with today. I look forward to seeing my students in class. Hope we can catch a replay of this live. I'm going to download this replay. I don't post replays because there's a lot that I say. I'm going to download it and share it. If you need the replay, you can send me a DM, or I'm going to share it with my students in their different groups so that they can listen to it. In the meantime, I love you all. And never forget that you're valuable, you're powerful, and you deserve every opportunity to chase and achieve your goal. All right? See you guys on Monday. Remember that I go live Monday through Friday every week. So if you want to get a dose of all of this that I'm saying, join me live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off every week. I go live 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time. 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, and I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you, Funke. Thank you guys for all the birthday wishes, all the birthday prayers. Thank you so much. I feel loved, I feel appreciated, and I'm humbled that this is happening. Take care, guys. Bye.